stop messing around. Grumpy's carving skills are world renowned. Stress gets carved with every groove. Like and subscribe, watch the mood improve.
Hey, nerders. That's it. Testing 1 2 1 2. You hear the music. How about the audio? Say hello. There we go. There you go. I'm trying to adjust it. I had more audio control a while back on my slider for my mixer, and I don't have that ability anymore, and I don't know how to get it back. So I downloaded a booster to see if it would boost my audio up, but then let me adjust the slider. So it does seem louder than what it was earlier. Just OBS, playing with OBS. And then I added a cut screen right here for when I have to switch my cameras around. I'm down to one camera, but I move it back and forth between the lathe and the box. So I switched to a blank screen while I'm moving the camera, but I added this little cut screen here with my sticker and all. Cool. Yeah, it's on computer. But then when I get my other camera back up, we'll go from here to here. And that's what it is. I can go from push of a button to switch camera views. But like I said, I'm stuck to one camera right now. So when I'm switching cameras, or when I'm moving the camera from the box to the lathe, I can just add that screen in. And then I'm trying to get it to where I can turn the slider back down on the OBS. Because what it is when I turn my noise on, the noise cancellation kicks on and it starts getting kind of robot-y. So I'm hoping with what I've done now that won't do that. But we'll have to see, because I got to get some noise cancellation or some noise going to see how that works. So let me turn my noise or my dust collector on. Dust collector's on. I'm trying to watch. I'm watching my equalizer on the software. It's not hitting the red, so hopefully I'm not sounding robotic. It was getting kind of scratchy and almost robotic sounding earlier. That don't sound too bad. Yeah, it's trying to get scratchy. What mic am I using? It's the the Lark A1 by Polyland. Let's see, I'll put it right there. It's meant for mobile, but I have the oh, excuse me. I'm trying to show y'all and I have it on the wrong thing. It's meant for mobile, But I had the little dongle hooked up and got it hooked into my computer. All right, let me turn this off. It doesn't seem to be getting as bad as it did earlier. I might have it kind of worked out some. The M2, there you go. Yeah, it was. Okay. Yeah, but what it was I don't know what it is. I don't know if it was an update for OBS or if it was something I changed in my settings. But it was about a week ago. Mr. Johnny was going live, and he was using StreamYard, and he put a link out to connect. And I tried to join, and when I did, it was giving me all kind of fits because I was trying to join it using my OBS software, and it started to show me, and then it disconnected, and then I went through changing stuff right there, trying to get my microphone and stuff to work. And something I did that day, I'm thinking it's something I did that day, because after that, my audio on my OBS mixer changed. It shows maxed out, it shows me at 0.0 decibels on my audio mixer for OBS. Before I did anything that day, it had me at like negative 30 something on my decimal level, and I was booming through here. You know, so if I would have drugged my slider up to 0, I would have been screaming at y'all and been hitting the red on the equalizer. And now it's got me at 0.0 decimals, and I was barely hitting red. I had to adjust my microphone wide open through the app, and then that was making it real robotic like sounding whenever my dust collector was going on earlier. And so I went through and found a way to add a booster to that audio input. And so let's see, that's what I need to do, is figure out how to adjust the boost. Okay, here we go. Volume boost. I'm at 10 decimals. So now I'm going to jump it to 15 decimals. And see if that changes if that gets me any louder without changing the slider. Because if that gets me louder, then I can adjust the slider even lower. Sounds like it got louder, didn't it? I don't know. I can't tell. Yeah, it sounds like I'm louder. That did make it a little bit louder. Yeah. Ooh, yeah, because it just went red when I coughed. All right, so now I can adjust it down on my slider. Hello, yeah, because that's not, yeah, that's still, ooh, yeah, it went red. Let me drop it back down again. Okay, not quite as bad. So just this. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get that clipping aspect of it down. But I want to keep it to where I'm louder than my music, but I don't want it to be doing, I guess, the clipping, getting it to where it's robotic. And I know when I clip, or when I turn that noise up, it's gonna jump the decimals. See, that's what's messing with me is before I did that night to try to get into Mr. Johnny's live, I had my when you're looking at OBS on the mixer, you have a little blue slider, and they were both almost identical. I had my music slider just a little bit lower than my audio slider. And, turn your headset way up so you can hear me. No, don't tell me that. That's what I'm trying to get, is trying to get my audio where it sounds right. Where it's not having to boom for everybody. I don't want y'all to have to boom your headset to hear my audio, because then it's like if I was to get an ad or something pop up, then it's like all of a sudden that ad will be super loud versus what my audio is. I want to get that cool mix. Hey, Dan. Because see, my music level, if I'm looking at decimal levels, my music, I'm at -47 for my music, and I'm at -5 for my audio. I've been streaming on Twitch for about 5 years now. It's A1 process 5. Get your mic, read one, peaking in the yellow, so it wasn't cutting out, then adjust. Okay. Ash just said I don't want it to be like screaming loud. Let's see. Cause yeah, I guess it is loud, cause oh yeah, I guess so. Cause I've been listening to it. Excuse me. Ooh, see, cause when I cough, it shoots super red. I've been listening to it on my phone. Let's see, monitoring my channel on my phone with my earbud in, so I can hear the music myself during the lives. And because with OBS, it's playing like background. I can't hear it out here in the garage, so it doesn't cause an echo. But I like to jam to the music too, so I listen to it with my earbud. But yeah, I just noticed that I have to have my headset pretty much jacked all the way up. So yeah, that ain't good. Huh. Let me see.
It's chisels and light. Grumpy's batshit crazy, meds in a haze, roll type medication, floating outer space. Glows in the dark, magic lit through the maze. Hit that like, subscribe, ride the creative blaze. Pour the truth in molds, let the resin reveal. Art deep as the void, carving wounds that heal.
Yeah, but I mean, if you gotta turn it up way loud to hear me talking, I need to adjust my volume. So turn the music up a little bit and then turn my volume up on the mic to adjust with the music. Let's see, I turned the music up and I just turned the volume up some on the microphone. Let's see how that goes.
Aliens just nodded, man, it's mad appeal. Grumpy's batshit crazy, meds in a haze, roll type medication, floating outer space. Glows in the dark, magic lit through the maze. Hit that like, subscribe, ride the creative blaze.
Music is too loud. Okay, let me kill that down. And that's with, did you turn your headset down some, or do you still have your headset cranked up to hear me? So even when you're seeing it hit the rhythm, you cough, I'm not hearing any clipping at all. Okay. Creative blaze, sharp
blade cut and pouring epoxy to life. Each stroke scope chaos, channel the strife. Aliens whisper notes, transmit them precise. Out of this
Yeah, I don't want the music blasting. I want you to be able to hear me when I talk. But then, like when I'm not talking, say like if I'm doing some work or something and I'm zoned out, I want the music to be, you know, kind of at a decent sound. Having a 40, we usually say, okay.
Pour the truth in molds, let the resin reveal. Art deep as the void, carving wounds that heal. Fingerprints and wood grain, grumpy's real deal. Aliens just nodded, man, this mad appeal.
Okay, cool. Huh.
Grumpy's batshit crazy, meds in a haze.
All right, yeah, let's do that. See, I have that little that wind wall mount 600 CFM dust collector. It's probably about 10 foot away from me. And I'm like, yeah, I'm away from the load. I don't too bad. They just got a good sound to it, huh? But yeah, I got it going and I'm talking good, so if I start flipping it a little bottle, so it might be a decent mix then. Let's see if we turn my mic back off. There you go. That's what I don't like.
Pour the truth in molds, let the resin reveal. Art deep as the void, carving wounds that heal. Fingerprints and wood grain, grumpy's real deal. Aliens just nodded, man, that's mad appeal. Right amaze.
What's me? I don't know what changed. Voice is choppy with the vacuum. Alright, let me try. I have to unplug my dongle and everything from the computer, plug it into my phone because the computer don't have an app, and then I'll jump it back up a level on the app. But I think that's gonna make it clip more. So we'll have to see. Hold on, I'll be right back.
In the soft twilight, medication makes it easy, muscles calm and loose. Carving up some freedom feels like heaven's truce. Each spirit in the woods got a tale to tell. Dremel hums a song, it's like casting spells. With every turn and twist, find a bit of peace. Every piece of timber makes the silence cease. Candle flicker gently, shadows dance around. Grumpy's world of wood in the quiet found. Lay the Dremel chisel, all the worries thin. Carving out contentment from its struggles dim. Cedar, maple, oak, each one's got a soul. And Grumpy's hands, they find their rope. Roach clips and totems healing.
Let's see if it starts clipping bad. Ooh, yeah, I'm hitting red talking now. So if it starts clipping bad, I can adjust this down some maybe. Cause yeah, that's wide open on the app on the phone. So the the microphone set it wide open. Yeah, I went to, it's in the software on the app, it goes from like what, 0 to 6, and I had it on 5 before, and I just put it back on the app and turned it up to 6 and then plugged it back to the computer. So it should be, I guess, a little bit louder in itself. Alright, there we go. See, I turned it down. Let's see. Turned it down to -4 on the slider. There you go. It does. Let me see. I can go into the, well, I don't know if it'll show me. Hold on, let me see. Oh, yeah. It's probably not gonna show me until I hook the mic back up to the slider, or back up to the phone. Yeah, it's got noise cancellation control. I gotta plug the dongle back up into the phone, so I'm gonna lose audio just for a second. But I'll look at what the settings are and then come back to you. But I believe I'm set at the strongest noise cancellation at the moment.
Laid back, digging through the grain, smoothing edges keeps me sane. Healing isn't found in gold, but in the art my hands can hold. Carve away the heavy night, medication rolled up tight. Find the rhythm, let it show, creating sparks that brightly glow. Grumpy's hands, they shape the flow. Knives kiss wood and time moves slow. Chronic pain, it starts to fade. Healing in these grooves we've made. Roach clips shining, made with care. Each one glowing, nestled there. Community, we stand as one. Underneath the carving sun. Carve away the heavy night.
Alright, yeah, the noise cancellation is a weak, medium, strong, and I have it set on strong.
Creating sparks that brightly glow.
Down a bit, that could help with canceling your voice, okay. But then is that gonna booger me up and make everything else louder? Let's see. Let me unplug and go to medium.
Laid back, digging through the grain, smoothing edges keeps me sane. Healing isn't found in gold, but in the art my hands can hold.
Alright, we're back. Okay. Ooh, it goes to red when I cough though. Alright, we got it on the medium noise cancellation. I got it on -4 for my dB on the audio slider. Let's see, now we'll go turn on the noise collector, or the dust collector. Alright, back at the lathe. We got the dust collector going. Let's see. I can hear it through my headset, but I gotta turn the phone on. I can hear the air suction. Yeah, yeah. All right, Dan. Have a good night, buddy. I'll be on early in the morning. I'm just trying to get some stuff set up before I shut down for the night. Yeah, the tool's louder for sure because, like I said, I turned I went from, it's got a, what is it? I guess a low, medium, strong on noise cancellation. We're down to medium on noise cancellation, 6 on the microphone boost, and then -4 on the OBS slider. I don't know with the let me see, let me turn this off. On OBS, I'm not sure. I have to go through and Google and figure that out again. Hold on, let me change this on the microphone again real quick.
Feels like dreams are trying, stress and pain melt far from sight. Cedar Wonderland feels just right. Cedar in each hand, oh what a day. The scent of the wood takes stress away. Dust is dancing under workshop lights, crafting joy in the quiet nights.
Okay, there we go. I put it back to the strong noise cancellation. The only other settings I have on here are the equalizer settings. I have a bright, a low, and a normal, and that just changes how loud or I guess the treble of my voice and then the bass of my voice. So those have always worked better on where they're set now. I guess I'm gonna have to go through and just completely erase everything and set everything back up and start over and see if that don't put my slider back to where it was. Because that's what it is the whole, when I have OBS opened up and I'm looking at my audio mixer, beforehand I didn't have to get the slider up to as loud as it is now with a decibel level. It's like the live music level right now shows -45.4, and the audio input capture, which is my microphone, it used to be in the same thing. It was like in the negatives. I was like -19 or -20, and my voice was booming through the chats. And like I said, I did something. I changed some settings somewhere when I tried to connect to Mr. Johnny that day, and it dropped the volume level. And so I've had everything jacked way up to try to pick the volume back up. So I guess that's what I'll end up doing tomorrow. Excuse me. When I finish my live tomorrow, I'll just go through and I'll just go through and reset everything. Uninstall and reinstall everything, I guess, because I don't really know what I'm doing with OBS. I've kind of self-taught myself on the mess and really don't know what I'm doing. It's just trial and error. I've got myself to where I'm at now. Remember that while you're using A1 mic. Right. Well, and that's it too. That A1 I think is supposed to be just for mobile, and like I said, I bought the little USB-C to USB or whatever adapter to where I can plug the dongle into my computer. That's what I try to do. Mic monitoring. That's what I got my earbud in, listening to my channel through my phone. Hey, Suzanne. I'm sorry. I'm just now checking the chat, seeing you jumped in there. Hey, did you get my email I sent earlier? All right, Mr. Johnny. We'll figure it out. Like I said, I'm the king at just wiping it all out and redoing it. I'll erase the whole program from the computer, uninstall everything, and then reinstall it and set everything back up, and then that way I know, I'm back at ground zero. Hey, Reese. Hey, PK. Hey, Pat. All right, I don't play on Discord yet. I have never really got into that yet. I figure it won't be long I'll be getting in there. Oh goodness, my back. All right. Suzanne, I sent you an email earlier. I tried to. I don't know. My phone was acting squirrely. But, there you go with the gunmetal hardware. And then... But I'm finally happy with it. It was driving me bonkers on the finish, but where's my light? All right, where to put my damn light? All right. Let's set that right there. Alright, I ain't lost my mind. Grumpy's batshit crazy, but I know I got my light right here. I don't use it nowhere. There it is. My paper scan was hiding it. Boom. There we go. There we go. I gotta charge that back up. All right, Reese, you have a good day, buddy. Hey, Hobo, blessings, buddy. Hold on, this chat's moving. Goodness gracious. So I can put all the chat. You're okay. You ain't intruding in nothing. Yeah, I guess so. Thank you, everybody, for jumping in. Ooh. See, I used to get into gaming, but I backed out of that. I get too intense gaming. I first of all, I can't tell how hard I'm grabbing stuff. So when I got a hold of the controller, I'm white knuckling the controller to heck and back. So that cramps my arms all the way up to my neck half the time. But oh no, sir. I invested way too much time in the games at one time. I liked playing Ark Evolved, old dinosaur game. That game was pretty crazy, and that game introduced me to PayPal because I was disabled, and yeah, I made a lot of money with that game. I would raise the dinosaurs and stuff that took freaking weeks to raise, and then would sell them to people that couldn't afford to raise them. It was crazy. Well, this game was competitive if you looked at it a certain way. If you played PvE, player versus, well, PvP, player versus player, it was pretty brutal. You know, people was trying to raid your bases and wipe you out all the time. But I made about $2,000 off of that game in so many months. It was crazy. And that wasn't playing it competitively or nothing. That was just raising dinosaurs and selling to people that didn't have time to raise them. It was crazy. Yeah, I mean that's how Ark Evolved was. It was crazy. It got real bad there towards the end because it was the developers pretty much had the black market on it and were set up with all the black market sites to where you could buy all the materials and dinosaurs and stuff like that. It was nuts. There's a dark history to some of those games. Private server, yeah. Back in its heyday, it was a pretty ruthless. They went from who was it? Wildcard Studios, and then Snail Games. I think when Snail Games got a hold of them, it went downhill bad in quality control, and then all the customer support issues and stuff. But I had a lot of time involved in that game. But you had to raise those dinosaurs and stuff like that. It took weeks to actually do them in real life, you know. So you got people who work 9 to 5 or, you know, work 40 hours a week. They didn't have time to raise these dinosaurs and stuff like that in real life. And you had real life clocks behind this stuff to get these things raised. And I would do it. I was disabled. I had nothing else to do. You know, but yeah, I also made money doing it. It was crazy. It's top 1% in Call of Duty. No, see, I raged too much in those games. That's why I quit playing too, though, because I was trying to get rid of my hot-headedness, and I'd get so flipping mad in some of them games sometimes. Oh. I wasn't slamming the controller at the TV or nothing like that, but Lord knows I got good and mad.
A soothing sound in this shop, joy is found. Sawdust dances, golden haze, echoes of simpler, quieter days. Like and subscribe, enjoy the view. Every spin brings.
All right, cool. I'll check that out. And that's one thing, I've never got into a Discord chat or anything like that. I stayed away from it. I stayed away from that kind of stuff because it always ticked the wife off. She'd get real jealous over something like that or chat or something like that. And so I kind of avoided those situations so I wouldn't cause any drama. I was even like that when I first started YouTube. I didn't like to respond to ladies in the chat or something that would send comments or something because I didn't want her to get mad about it or something. But it's like, at this point, I don't care. Not like she's gonna be the wife forever, right? And why would she be jealous about me talking to folks if she doesn't want to be with me? Don't comprehend that either, but you know, is what it is. Hey, Matthew. Right, cool deal.
Lace spin smooth, cedar dust in the air. Roach clips crafty with that artisan flair. Grumpy schooling aliens, tools in the light. Workshops glowing, sparking minds so
Back up
bright.
and find it.
Stress fades away, clouds in the night.
And I got a little bit of a buzz going on, y'all. I had me one of my adult beverages.
Dust therapy, oh, life takes
Where did the
flight.
link go?
Stress fades away, clouds in the night.
Oh, I passed it. I saw it. There it is.
Colors pop vivid.
Sawdust Social Society.
Therapy, oh, life takes flight. Wood shavings fall like whispers in the breeze. Hands steady working, got the flow with ease. Aliens nodding, learning human ways. Grumpy got him hooked on his lathe-made place. Chisel hits the grain, rhythm in the groove. Cedar speaks a language, ancient smooth. Sawdust halo, thoughts start to bloom. Lathe in motion, no space for gloom. Stress fades away.
Yeah, see, I don't even have a Discord account.
Colors pop vivid, calm in the sight. Dust therapy, oh, life takes flight. Stress fades away, clouds in the night. Medication rolls, cedar feels so right. Colors pop vivid, calm in the sight. Dust therapy, oh, life takes flight. Subscribe to the vibe, wood grain on the line. From the forest to the hands, this art divine. Roach clips shining, each one unique. Cedar wisdom in the grain, let the soul speak.
Oh, I know I got to get my daggone truck going. Get my truck going to get these 2 trucks sold and get me one that runs. I got to have wheels of my own. Drag the shape on the left to the place indicated by the arrows.
Grumpy's in his cedar wonderland. Wood chips flying like a magic band. Lathe is humming with a steady hand. Dreams are carved so perfectly planned. Cedar in each hand, life feels grand. Shavings fall like grains of sand. Santa wood takes stress.
Yeah, send her an email.
In this workshop, it's here to stay. Dust is dancing in the golden light.
I don't know. Choose
Every spin makes the world feel right. Stress and pain, they melt, they fade. A cedar paradise, handmade. Cedar in each hand, life feels grand.
I need to write that down. Hold on now. I can't even see chat. If y'all saying something to me, I can't see it. I've never been in Discord, so I didn't even have a Discord account. So I had to do all that and make a password and all that good stuff. Oh. All right. We're gonna have to make heads or tails. This is more Black Ops. Or is it Ghost? Okay. No, I don't want that.
Grumpy laid back, sitting in his shed, scuffling with the wood piece in his head. Roach clips crafted, each one's a gem. Workshop therapy, cough problems. Whittling his worries, chisel in hand. Lighting up a stogie, grains like sand. Cool wood carvings, medicine profound. Grumpy laid back, therapy he's found.
Continue.
Patterns and spirals, design so tight. Chainsaw humming.
Oh Lord, that's something totally new we ain't gonna mess with right now. Back out of that. Close all that. Here we go. Alright, back. Hey Sean, how you doing, buddy? How you feeling? Good night, Pat. Have a good night, buddy. Alright, New Roots. Have a good night, buddy. How's your neck doing you? Back of your eyelids most of the day. I don't know how that can go. Sore but hanging in there. How's your neck doing since the surgery? Have you excuse me, let me slow down. Have you recovered enough to tell if the surgery's doing you any justice? Can't tell with all the pain meds. Damn, brother. I'm sorry. I don't know. I was talking with the I don't know how to address that situation no more. She's still my wife until the stuff's done with. I was talking with her not long ago about my neck bothering me. When I'm looking at something, like if I have my head turned a certain way for a while, when I turn to go a different direction, I feel it clicking in my neck again. And then that, I don't know if you dealt with it with your neck, but I call it the Rice Krispies. You can't hear it physically with your ears outside, but when I'm turning my head around, I hear little crackly, poppily sounds, and it literally sounds like a bowl of Rice Krispies crackling in my ears, but it's in my head, but it's the stenosis in my neck. I had that real bad before my fusion, and it's coming back now. It's not as bad as it was, but it's getting there. But I'm too damn scared to go to the neurologist right now. It's just, I can't do it. Oh, what happened? Up to 16 weeks. Goodness gracious. So you could go up to 12. It could take you 12 weeks to recover before you could tell that the surgery done you any good. You had stabbing numbness in your neck. Wow. I don't have no numbness in my neck. My neck and my shoulders burn. I mean, it feels like you almost got a blowtorch on the back of my neck, like that muscle that goes from your shoulder and curves up to your neck and makes like that half pipe shape. That section of my neck, not that muscle, but put your fingers like on the back of my neck right there. It's like it feels like you got a blowtorch right there. That's where it gets me bad. That's one of the only pharmaceuticals I still take is gabapentin, because that helps with that burn feeling that I get. They want me to take 3 of them a day, and I only take 1. But that sucks, brother.
Welcome to the shop where the sawdust flies, wood lace spins, splinters baptize, epoxy drips, bonds like ties, roach clips stack high as skies. Pain medication, hand steady in creation.
Hell, it don't matter what it's from. They just need to fix it.
The vibe concentration like subscribe, build the found. If we're lucky, alien will slide. Beam us up.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. That's crazy though.
Colors cosmic swirl collide. Galactic waves in art we confide. Lathe hums low, whisper in the grain. Every carve, every groove, releases the strain. Epoxy shines, stained glass vein. Built from pain, now beauty remains. Crafting galaxies.
Hey, old Path, how you doing, buddy?
Spin on the tabletop. Stars
Oh, you're trying to say it was pre-existing,
talk back with that.
right?
If we're lucky,
That's crazy. But you've had stuff done to your neck before, so if it was pre-existing, it would be documented already.
colors cosmic swirl collide.
I'm on tonight, Alan, trying to figure out my audio. My audio's been messed up for about a week, but I've gotten it to work, but it's not like it was working when I first set everything up. Just some dang insurance companies trying to get out of having to do something they're supposed to do. That's just a mess. I hope they just get you squared away to where you can at least go back to living, you know, not be hurting so much all the time.
Lathe don't stop spinning, tails of resin, top shelf on the prop. Epoxy roach clips dipped in neon drips. Pain medication morphs therapy in sips. Roll tight, minds ignite. Sessions on demand. Like, subscribe, cosmic vibes, take the stand. Aliens fly by, curious they hover. We tell them subscriptions free, why you suffer. Spaceships park Earth.
They're bad, old Pat, I know. I haven't smoked 3 days because of all the meds. Well, hey, I mean, if the meds are doing it for you, then I mean, that's what you do.
Metal shavings fall, a galaxy of grip.
Meds made me mean. They made me grumpy. I mean, that's why I'm so hardcore herbal. I don't knock anybody that's got to do pharmaceuticals, because I mean, sometimes the herbal's just not enough. But for me and pharmaceuticals, we don't get along.
Aliens fly by, curious they hover. We tell them subscriptions free, why you suffer. Spaceships park earthbound mystery, crafted by the hands of human history.
I said the doctors had me on so much crap at one time. It was a wonder I didn't have a damn heart attack. And so, and then like I said, it just, the pharmaceuticals just had me on some massive mood swings and just made me a complete grumpy butt. I mean, that's where grumpy came from. That's why everybody laughs and says, "You're not that grumpy." Trust me, I can be grumpy, but I've done so much at changing that grumpy disposition. I don't like him to show. But it was the pharmaceuticals that created grumpy. But yeah, like I said, I'm herbal all the way now because I figure before it's done and over with, I'll have to go back to pharmaceuticals because I have degenerative disc disease real bad, L3, L4, L5, going down into the S vertebrae, which is right there on your butt and your back. And I ain't got no butt, so they always say I got a case of that no acetol, and I'm always sitting on my back instead of my butt. But that's the main issue of my back, is right there where you bend mostly. And I have degenerative disc disease superly bad right there, to where the doctors will not fuse any of that. And so it won't be long, I'll be bone to bone. I've already had a discectomy, so half the discs is gone down there. So yeah, I'll be back on the pharmaceuticals before I die, but I hope not to be. So that's what I do. Straight up herbal as much as I can. It don't make the pain go away by no means, don't get me wrong, but neither do the damn pain pills for me. The pain pills just cut the edge. It gave me too much energy. It made me think I wasn't hurting, and I just hurt myself more. So I balance out and do better with the herbal.
Metallic taste on the tongue, sharp as a shark, eyes like satellites orbiting the yard, static in the veins, transmission garbled.
Opath, I'll tell you, I'm not trying to persuade you either way, but with the herbal, a lot of people don't like herbal because of the euphoria on the part of the whole getting high. Okay, and I can understand that 100%. So what you do is you take the CBD on top of that, and the CBD will counteract that euphoria feeling, and then you will get more of the medicinal effects off of the THC. But it's the THC is what gets you high out of the medical marijuana. And like I said, if you counter that with a lot of CBD, you still get the medicinal benefits from the THC, but the CBD kind of knocks that high down a few notches to where it doesn't get you as loopy in the head. Because some people, it messes with them. Some people, they feel straight drunk on the stuff until they get used to it. And then some people just don't like the feeling of it. But CBD, like I said, if you're truly going for the medicinal aspects of the herb, CBD will be a primary candidate in your regimen.
Welcome to the shop, gears grind, sparks ignite, lace spin steady, cutting dreams in the night. Epoxy drips slow like a teardrop falling, roach clips crafted, pain medication calling. Roll the therapy sessions in progression.
That's what messed me up, Matthew, was the pills I was on. I was on muscle relaxers, the anti-inflammatory, the heavy pain pill, the anxiety pill, the ADHD pill, all that crap at one time. So it was like I was basically speedballing, but pharmaceutically speedballing, and it made me mean. And I would get real tired. I would take a Xanax to calm me down from my anxiety, but it was too much. And then all the other pills I was on, it had my chemistry all out of whack. So I would get that relaxation, but I would also get super tired and grouchy and groggy and just mean, and yeah, it was no good for me. When I got off all those pills, I changed to a completely different person. That's the opioids. That's what's keeping you up late. It did me anyway. I'm sorry, I can't say that, but it acted like speed to me. If I took a pain pill, it was like taking an upper. You know, I was wired. Dude, they had me on Loratab 10, Somas, Adderall, Xanax bars. I wasn't taking the little peaches or the little blue footballs. I was taking the blue bars. Soma, Xanax, Adderall, Loratab. There was a few other pills in the mix that I had, and that was my daily cocktail several times a day. You know, all those pills, I was getting 190 plus of each of them a month. You know, it's like I said, it was a wonder I didn't die. That's why I'm just so against it. But yeah, once I got off of all that, I take my blood pressure medication. That's almost 200 milligrams of blood pressure medicine I take it every day. And then the gabapentin, I take one of those, and then my vitamin D. And it's over the counter vitamin D, because the marijuana depletes your body of vitamin D. And like I said, I smoke like a fish in water. But at the same time, that is my pain pills, my anxiety, my muscle relaxer, my anti-inflammatory, my crazy pill, you name it. That's what my medical marijuana does for me. Because like I said, I don't take any of those other pills no more. Yeah, Opath, that's the thing about it. When people, with the medical aspect of it, I mean, I want to get stoned off this stuff. I'm not gonna lie. I'm an old stoner from way back, but I've smoked so long for my medicinal purposes that I don't get high off of it. You know, I don't get that euphoria. That's why I'm drinking more here lately, because I got so much crap going on with my personal life that I want to get stoned to the bone and forget life, but it just don't work. So I'm having to smoke and drink, you know, but that's just it with my CBD and everything. You know, I'm getting the anti-inflammatory and I'm getting the pain relieving and all that versus that euphoria. But that's it, dude. I mean, that's it. I mean, when I got my fusion for my neck, I wasn't taking pain pills anymore. I had been off pain pills for years. I've had my medical card for 9 years now, or yeah, 9 years, and so there's no opioids or nothing the whole time I've had my medical card. When I got my neck fused, they fused 3, 4, and 5 from the front. They did an anterior fusion. All right, that was an outpatient procedure, but they cut me that morning, did the fusion, sent me home that evening, and sent me home with muscle relaxer and pain pills. I didn't take any of it. You know, I had the muscle relaxer and the pain medication in my system that they gave me through the IV from the surgery. But after that, I didn't take any, you know. So when I first got home, everything was kosher, but my blood pressure started going up and wouldn't go down and wouldn't go down, you know, and I wasn't taking none of the medicine or nothing. And my wife finally called the doctors and they're like, you got to take that muscle relaxer and that pain pill. That's why your blood pressure is skyrocketing. You got hardware you have to adjust to and blah, blah, blah. But I took it for about 2.5, 3 weeks for my body to adjust. And once my body started to adjust, I quit taking it again, and I haven't taken any of it since. Oh, it didn't take me but one trip. I went to the doctors, the medical doctor, and told him why I was applying for my card and why I felt I needed the card and whatnot. And they went through and looked at my medical history and said, "Oh yeah, you qualify without a shadow of a doubt," and then the doctor wrote the recommendation saying, "Yeah, I qualify." And then after that, with Florida, you have to get the doctor to qualify you, and then you have to take that information and submit that to the state, and then the state reviews it and then says yes or no. The first 2 times, like the first time I got my card, it took them a couple of weeks to review, but then they give it to me. And then when I went to renew it, it took like a week to renew it the first time. But then after that, it's pretty much renewed before I'm done going through the process on the computer. They just want their money.
Grumpy in the shop, he's crafting a throne. Roach clips spinning, epoxy's full blown. Stress evaporates, the pain turns to haze. Workshop.
I'm not gonna play with street weed no more. That's just it. It's too crazy out there. You got too many. Let's see. I don't know. I've self-medicated almost my whole life. So even when I was doing the opioids, I was smoking, but it was street weed back then, so it wasn't as good as the dispensary stuff. And I just know how some of them people can get sometimes, and nah, I don't mess with the street weed no more. I won't. It's not worth it. Hey, Mash, how you doing, buddy?
Aliens watching, they peep through the sky, crafting universes with a gleam in his eye.
Yeah, your primary, I don't know how your state works, but Florida, your primary doctor won't do it. You have to go to a medical doctor, a medical marijuana doctor to get certified. And it's down here, I have to be basically certified every 7 months. So it's like you go to the medical doctor, you see him, he says, "Yep, you qualify," he certifies you, and he writes you basically your prescriptions for 7 months worth of refills, And then when you find your doctor, they'll go over everything that's available in your area, whether you're gonna smoke it, eat it, get oil or whatever, they set you up through that and you go from there. At least that's how it works down here. But I said it's $200 every 7 months to see the doctor, and then I have to pay the state of Florida $75 on top of that every year to get my ID card. So my doctor says, "Yep, I qualify for it, and yep, this is my milligrams and my and my dosages and what they recommend me get monthly." And then they submit that to the state, and then the state says, "Yep, okay, we'll grant that. That sounds good." And it goes like that. It's just a money game still. Yeah, see, piss on that. That's why I won't mess with that stuff off the street no more. It's not worth it. But that's why I go and the routes I go. But all right, everybody, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. I got to shut down and schedule tomorrow's live. I'm gonna go live in the morning like I normally do. It'll be 5:30 Central. That's Grumpy's Early Bird Live. And I'll be cracking the pressure pot in the morning and seeing if these blanks want to come out, see if these blanks want to come out that mold. We're still sitting at 65 psi, and we've been there since this morning. So I'm sure it's about cured, but it should be good and cured by morning time. Not cured enough to turn, but cured enough to come out of the blanks, or out of the molds. And then I got I got to sand this. I got Matthew's pin on the lathe now. I got to sand it down, polish it up, and see if I need to put any more glue on it. Last coat of glue, I touched it before it was dry, so it's got a little smudge, but there's a few coats under that, so I can probably polish that out. But all right, y'all. To hang a little while longer. It's getting late. Ooh, what is it, 9:30? 4:30 comes early. I wake up at 4:30 in the morning when I get ready for them 5:30 lives. But yeah, that's what I gotta do. I gotta go ahead and shut this down, let my dogs out for the night, and then do my thing. And it's gonna be cold. We're not supposed to get no more snow, but they're calling for flurries again next weekend, is what my wife said. But yeah. Oh well, we'll see. But all right, y'all have an awesome night. Stay awesome. Stay laid back. Remember, it's my job to be grumpy, and I'll see y'all in the morning. Thank y'all for hanging out with me.
Grumpy's got a sharp hand, steady as fate. Epoxy flowing deep, creation's ornate. Lighter cases sharp, roach clips out of sight. Glow brighter in the dark than a meteorite. Therapy and carving, steady hands, no slack. Each cut a reflection of dreams fighting back. Grumpy's batshit crazy, yet the vibe's polite. Medication rolled tighter than a poet's insight. Aliens watching, they nod and they grin. Shapes in the shadows where the galactic creations take flight.